out, but they keep themselves fighting for at least a few more minutes.
Oh,
but
look at that!
KT says no thank you, steps up, nice kill onto Ape, and that's W7M really taking control.
I really thought he'd get himself out of dodge there as well when he saw that red indicator, thought he could keep on walking past it, but no, just catches him on the back end, already chipped down. But I love the aggression. 3 frag grenades come in, you're getting flashed out. What do? Do you run down library stairs or do you press for kills? He goes for kills, and sure, he only finds the one, but you burn through all the utility on the side of Gaming Gladiators. They have got nothing left in back pocket. They've got impacts and they've definitely got guns. JV finding one as Joe gets another. It's 3v2.
That's unfortunately timed, but, well, it depends which side of the coin you're on. JV, beautifully timed trade. Joe getting that kill, bringing it to 3v3. Really looked like there could be an opportunity for Gaming Gladiators, but now they're in a tough spot. They're 2 versus 3. They've yet to get themselves onto site, and W7M are just starting to bunker down here because they know that the job is largely done. With only 29 seconds left to go, this is going to be a tough task. We've got Rix opening up that hatch to just give another vertical angle, another option into sight, but as you can see from W7M, they've got one man, JV, just way away from sight, playing out in dining, looking for that flank. Volps it is actually who gets the kill onto Joe, and that is pretty much going to be the round unless Rix can do something really special. Here he goes, so 1 does not get 2. JV shuts him down inside of sight, and that's going to be an opener for W7M, but it was.
This is up on the top floor of the site, yet KZ is trying to push down on the very basement itself to get rid of Joe, and might well find his man. Misses his shots though, and Joe takes the freebie. That's the problem with that DMR. You've got to land those 2 shots in rapid succession, else you won't be finding your kill.
KZ got to be finding that one really. Keeps himself off the radar, but just unsuccessful in getting the benefits from it. Volps, however, does manage to get the kill. He's roaming around on the Oryx. We've got Hoven down outside as well. This is not looking good for Gaming Gladiators because W7M, they're just roaming around the map at will at this point. The fact that they haven't got the Oryx locked down, that's going to be a serious danger because if now they'll look to push into library at all, they don't know where Volps is going to appear. They're also struggling to get themselves any sort of headway through Solarium windows. Hoven's trying to work from the holes created by Joe underneath, but he's unlikely to find himself anything onto GDN, I don't think.
No, Herd's here as well to give a little bit of cover, so even when it feels like there's some pressure coming in, there's always a second man ready to assist. Almost like Gaming Gladiators have realised again that it's super hard to pin down these hypermobile players of W7M. Great shot from Tolji though, will break things open on the top side. JV, the last left alive with a UMP to his name against 3 players. 2 of them up on these windows and they know exactly where he is.
Big problem now, he manages to get 1, they can't let him get all 3.
Oh.
He has to turn his back there. Hoven with the final shots, he's got to go and reload, unfortunately, with the UMP. There was a timeline there.
Feels like Gaming have done so just that little bit quicker. As you say, there's 1 man left and they haven't droned him out there, sadly, even with 5 still left on the board. Ape was running ahead, Casey goes down elsewhere, and Hertz finds his 2nd of the round. He is the demon of the top floor. He's held down 2 before finally he gets put on his backside.
Hertz has done a great job up there, but the bigger problem right now is Volps. I picked him up 30 seconds ago, and he was moving up on the flank. Casey as well. Gaming Gladiators have focused so much on that top floor push. They haven't thought about the basement or the flank. They had a drone there, but it hasn't been enough to prevent Volps coming in and getting that kill. Casey's looking for a bit of action from downstairs as well. If he can get himself onto the staircases, he can join this. But now, in a 3v2, they've got a situation where Gaming Gladiators, although they've got the top floor control, have got a big difficulty when it comes to getting into sight. They might just not have the manpower to do this against 3, to get somebody in there with the diffuser, have a chance of putting it down, and be able to cover them. There we go. That's the important kill from JV coming out. If he detonates that nitro, job done, and that is pretty much the round for W7M. Just waiting for that final kill. Rix pushes in. He's going to have to try this 1v3. He might just be able to do it. He knows there's a man behind the table, but no, GDN manages to find that final kill. W7M locking it out. And for me, they're left with gaining blue corridor. That's about it for Gaming Gladiators right now.
So you've got your Ace doing roam clear on the top floor, and the Thermite being Kite Electric Claw, getting Electric Claw tricked and then impacted off. It was beautiful stuff by W7M, who keep that wall closed. But now Gaming Gladiators forcing their way down the main stairs. All 3 players in one direction. Hertz to one side, Volts to another, and Hertz is going to play this one and wait it out. No, he's not. Told you finds 1. Hertz, can he find the 3rd? No, he can't! Joe finds round 4 for the Gladiators.
Gaming Gladiators, I'll be honest, very little right to win.
On the opening, onto the members of Gaming Gladiators.
4-1 on the entry for W7M here, and that just plays right into the hands of the style that they're playing here, that mobile, loose, aggressive style, getting up to the windows, getting up to the points of entry. It reminds me of sort of, I'll call it classic Doki. If you remember, back in the day, he'd hear a barricade break, and it's not his role really for G2 now. He doesn't play in quite the same way. G2 don't play that way, but he'd hear a barricade break, and he'd just be sprinting full force at it. How quickly can I get there for the challenge? And that's what W7M feel like at the minute. You know, everywhere that Gaming Gladiators come into this map, they're being immediately challenged. Volps and KZ are absolutely decimating them at the minute.
It's a really good read there onto the push as well. He kills Told You before the grenade can be let go, so the box stays safe, enabling his rest of his team to step forwards, and it's a flawless round for W7M. Much more composed there, and the first time that I felt...
But W7M, you know, coming into this round, we spoke about their mobility and how they'd been able to hassle Gaming Gladiators all around the map. Not really bringing that to the table this time. KZ is the one to watch underneath, though. He's got Nitro in hand with the Mozzie. Herds is going to find Told You, but the diffuser does go down, and I'm not sure that W7M were aware that that was happening, Des.
Not 100% either. A lot of chaos going on now. KZ's got to go, crap, I've got to make something happen here. Here he comes on the backstab, but there's Joe holding close, and he's not even looking at him. Great kill from Joe, and this could be another round for Gaming Gladiators here. That 3-3 split that you were asking for, Tim, could be on the way. Volt's going to start the disable here, but has he got the cover? There is a man coming up through main, but can they find the kill? Yes, they can. Down to a 2v2. One inside the piano's got to go down, but Ape finds both. Gaming Gladiators get the 3-3 split. Game on.
It was the minimum for what they need, just prevent them being able to use that area.
The nade play into solo is beautiful as well. One came in from trophy. Whoa, good night. But one came in from below off trophy window that stopped the man rotating down the stairs, whilst the grenade was also dunked into the top side that he couldn't move through, else he was being cut by the player on the window. So a great bit of team play again on the timing from W7M. Volps, as you say, has been sat at this window now for, well, really since the start of the round, but KZ's on the march through. Finds Hoven looking for the second, but Volps, again, the threat that he's putting in is just stopping this Jaeger from being able to move around, and Told You gets brought down by KZ. Herds finally dropped, but it's a 1v3. KZ makes it a 3k in the round, a comfortable closeout for W7M.
I love that from W7M, basically, with Volps.
She finished the player off, and I think he didn't want to try that one a second time, but I like the creativity being shown.
That would have been absolutely disgusting. Vertical nades, you know, they take a skill in themselves, but to shoot out the top of a wall to get the angle into the floor that you want would have been absolute madness. KZ back on that top floor clearance once again, going to get the first onto Joe. Can't get the second onto Ape, though, who manages to get the kill, and Herds was just a little bit late on the cover there. Does manage to get the trade, so it's not all lost. It's not the end of the world for W7M. That gets them to the top floor. As I said, force everybody back to site and then get the top floor, but they don't know about Told You, who pops out and gives them a surprise. But again, the trade is there immediately, Des.
All from Herds as well, who came into bathroom, found one on south, moved towards the north and found another, and just found a third in the round. So it feels like even when Gaming Gladiators feel great, we've got a kill, Herds is there to find the response. Plant going down in the 1 versus 3 inside a kitchen. He's got 2 players to get through to even try and deny this away from GDN. This looks to be another W7M round, and they are looking ferocious on this attack.
Corbin doing everything he can here. He's dancing the dance, but it's unlikely that he's going to be showing us his best moves as he tries to get the kill. Not happening. Volp steps out with the F2, cuts him down, and that's going to be the end of the retake attempt from Gaming Gladiators.
The tight line, look, that's
much better.
This is a great example of what Gaming Gladiators did wrong, right?
Yep.
They had the exothermic on there, ready to go off, and then they brought, oh my god, Brix's HP. That's literally
That's
1 HP. Yeah, a little bit. Look at the pace they're going with, Tim. Shield's already down. We're 45 seconds in the round, and they're going in for a plant. I think there's still 2 impacts in the back pocket of Ape. Not being thrown out here. Can they stop it? Yes, they can. A spray in through the smoke will find the kill, and quite possibly, Gaming Gladiators have held on.
Beautiful aggression coming in from Gaming Gladiators there. They knew something drastic was needed, and they were able to deliver. JV gets an important kill onto Joe, clearing him out from behind the shield and giving an opportunity to potentially go in and collect that diffuser, but there's going to be another kill needs to come first, and it's going to be that man there. Herds gets in from behind, gets the kill onto Hoven, and that gives an opportunity now to get in and get that diffuser recovered, which JV does. Is he going to take the chance to put it down? That's the question. There could be a little bit of space. Yes, relocates. This is beautiful. This is a masterclass from W7M.
But you've got to be careful now. Herds is watching the wrong spot. Right, watching the right door. One more coming through. Told You can't quite find the man, and Herds wins it out. Of course he does. It's crazy. When can you see a team completely mess up an assault? Change over to...
Move the man out of there. Hoven's not going to get any joy. They're not going to expose themselves to the top there. Herds does manage to find Tolji, shut down the Roma, and already it's advantage W7M, and inside the first half of the round, they've done a lot of work.
They have. Joe finds one back at least onto Herds, who has been an absolute killer the last couple of rounds as well, even 4 across the last 2, which is pretty unbelievable when you look at it that way. Ape steps out and finds a second. This time it's Volts who's going down. Another player who's really shone throughout the game itself. And that's the last phone call that's going to ring out in this round with the DKB being down. Rick's down to a slither of HP. Still a 4v3.
Rick's just missing his shots there on the double window. Was an opportunity, but it was a very 50-50 gunfight. Not the end of the world. JV is looking to get aggressive. Hoven's going to take the challenge on into Library. And this is looking pretty good for Gaming Gladiators right now. W7M have been restricted to 2 men inside a Library. Everything else that they've tried has been shut down. Hoven, smart move over the balcony, gets himself out of dodge there and will live to fight another day. JV just very cautious of the fact that there could be a blue stairs rotation. If you have a look at the drone counter, they've only got 2 left here, W7M does, so in a position where it could be a real sort of blind spot going into sight. Not really much of an idea what's going on, just having to face check everything.
Hoven's just holding here, waiting for this push to come down the library stairs, possibly. Joe being flashed out, and Hoven strikes. JV not quite aware of the man that was at the back end of 90. And now GDN left in a 1 versus 4, 15 seconds to go. Doesn't even get the chance to step down. Gaming Gladiators hold on for at least 1 more round. And potentially, Tim, start pulling us towards...
A lot of damage on the Twitch, and he's going to be looking to go down there as JV and Herds get taken out. Volp's now on low health. Not looking good here. 4 versus 3 for Gaming Gladiators. They might just hold on for another one.
Casey at the very least finds a trade with that nade after his teammate went down. So half a second later, maybe, and that man doesn't go down. Instead, we're in a 4 versus 4. But yep, it's looking a little bit dicey here with Volps also down on about 5 HP. It's one of them ones that you're thinking, can Gaming drag it back in towards overtime? It doesn't really have any effect on the group itself, as we've said. W7M already qualified. Gaming, I think in overtime, it's not really going to be enough to give them a solid chance at being able to fight their way back in. But it doesn't show that gods can believe that they can get anything from this round.
Well, that's the thing. It's sending a message, isn't it, at this point, potentially, that W7M are beatable. But you just do have the feeling that there's maybe something that they can find yet. They're the sort of team that makes you believe that it's always possible. KZ's going to be looking to go in and get those kills. Not it's going to happen, though, as Ape shuts him down. Hove and Joe get in on the action. And that is now 5-6 as we're going all the way to 12 in what is looking like a surprising turnaround. Down or where they need to be. And you might just get a good idea of what I'm saying there at that point. Now then, we're going to have this open off. This told you he is going to stay there. He's going to get aggressive. He's only going to find himself a clone, and he's going to find himself dead as they try to push through. And it was the Tachanka canister, I think, burning under his feet as well. And this is kind of what I'm talking about.
Chanka's really good for like areas and all, but he does not really stop plants going down. We've seen teams just run through 2 of his smoke canisters before, or his fire canisters, sorry, and just shrug it off. Ape finds 2 back, though, keeping Gaming in the game in what looked to be a very dominant round for W7M.
Ape's had a fantastic couple of rounds. He's 6-1, but he's going to get shut down as GDM manages to find the kill. The Tachanka's going to get peeked out if he's not careful. The big LMG managing to do some damage onto GDN, but he goes in. He knows the opportunity's there. That's the denial gone as well, and you don't have that smoke. You lost him on the peak, so you don't have the secondary option. Joe, he's looking to take a fight with the man in trophy. Nade comes through, forces him out of position. It's a 3v1. It's Volps, it's W7M, it's 7-5 on Chalet, and the unbeaten run